Hi everyone, I'm Chris with ALM, here with another Digital Marketing Quick Tips, where we believe in keeping you up to date in the latest in digital marketing. Today, we're talking about user engagement, bounce rates, page views, time on site, and how these metrics are invaluable to you and your clients. Google collects massive amounts of information about user behavior, searches, impressions, click-through rates, calls, engagement, and these metrics help them improve their search algorithms. One of the latest philosophies they've rolled out is their EAT philosophy: expertise, authority, and trust. And we'll see how the metrics on your site help influence this. Google measures how well a site is generating these user valuable aspects by recording and analyzing user engagement rates. The longer a user stays on your site, the more pages they visit, and the more content they view, the more you're managing to provide an actual benefit to those visiting. Paying close attention to which pages of your site generate the most interest and what factors live on those pages that attract these valuable users is a key tactic to tell search engines people like us, or we're relevant to our audience. And it's those signals that Google views as an endorsement that the click to your site was accurate. And that's what drives you up in search rankings. Conversely, it's the opposite that hurts us the most when it comes to these metrics. Google takes a look at poor engagement methods and poor engagement metrics to say that click-throughs to your site are not relevant and that you should be deprioritized. Let's look at the top 3 metrics that we can investigate at our fingertips and how we can improve some of those metrics to tell Google our visitors know what they're doing. First, let's talk bounce rates. Bounce rates, often averaged across an entire site, give us a ballpark of quick views. This is what Google sees as a non-relevant visit or view of a page. If your site is averaging an 80% bounce rate, then only 20% of your page views are what Google considers valuable. Look at your top offenders to diagnose why someone might not be spending time on a page they're visiting. Maybe you have too many non-content or category pages, or maybe you're having users land on the wrong pages. Our second metric is page views. These are essentially a positive form of the aforementioned bounce rates that show long user visits and clear interest from users to additional content on your site. If a user engages significantly in multiple pages of your site, then Google sees very clearly you've offered them a benefit. If your page views per visitor are poor, maybe you aren't providing enough related content or enough opportunity to naturally transition users from page to page. Now, third and potentially most importantly is time on site. This is one metric that tells Google directly how engaging your site is based on averages. because there will always be anomalies. This is what it says on the tin. The amount of time users are spending on your site and on individual pages. This is priceless from an analytics perspective because it tells you which pages are your aggregates. If you're suffering for time on site, then you need to enrich your content strategies. With our bases covered on our engagement metrics, let's take a look at tactics and what you can do today to help improve these engagement rates, to give your users a better experience, and to tell Google we're relevant. To help reverse sliding bounce rates or improve on existing numbers, ensure you're targeting the right pages with the right keywords. One of the biggest detractors from bounce rate is either ranking a keyword with a page for mixed relevance or overlapping keyword relevance. For instance, optimizing for a term like rehab clinic can either mean a substance abuse clinic or a physical rehabilitation clinic. And it's this confusion in optimized keywords that leads to irrelevant visits and high bounce rates. If you're targeting one of those audiences, then the other audience is going to bounce if they make it to your site. So target smart. Intent-driven keywords are crucial here. And driving visitors to relevant pages of your site is a great way to ensure that they're going to land on a page and find what they're looking for on that page, as opposed to rapidly hopping through pages to find something that's more relevant to them. To help obtain healthy page views, avoid overly simplified site structures or content pages. Don't list every service on a single page, for instance. That's a quick way to ensure users will skip to this page, skim it for what they want, and leave. That might give you a higher time on page for that one page in particular, but it tells Google that users are getting nothing else of value out of the rest of your site. Instead, ensure your structure allows for the ability to pass users from core pages to other core pages, and ensure that on every page of a user's journey, you're giving them something of value. Additionally, employ smart tactics to keep users on site. This includes rich content, going into detail about services, products, and core beliefs. This is really where Google's EAT methodology, expertise, authority, and trust, shines. I recommend building long-form content with varied media. Create pillar pages with over 1,000 words of content, including rich images and especially video content. After all, users are more likely to watch a 60-second video than they are to read for 60 seconds. And with these tactics in mind, we build out a reason for users to not only visit your site, but to stay on site and to be enriched after leaving your site. After all, that's what Google wants to see when they deliver a user to your result in a search engine result page. That the user clicking on that is going to get something of benefit from it. And that's why engagement is key. Follow these tips and tactics, and you'll have users EATing out of the palm of your hand. As always, I hope that you've taken something of value from today's quick tips. I'm happy to consult with you on putting these into use and the best strategy for you and your clients. If you do have any questions, please reach out to me directly at chris@alm.com. In the meantime, please subscribe for more quick tips videos and watch last week's video here as well. Thanks and take care.